in this tutorial we're going to talk about how to create a query to search for specific songs. Now we're going to start with a simple query and then we'll make it a bit more complex. At the moment we have 236 songs. You've probably got a few more than myself. But it's really difficult to say filter by or just to see all the songs created in the last 5 years, say, or all the songs that are fast or slow. So the way that we do that is we create a query. So we go create and query design. We add in our table by pressing add and close this. And now we can add in all our fields. So we can add in ID, song title. Oh, I've added that twice. Let's just delete that. Artist, genre, album, year and speed. If we just view this, you'll just see that it's all the songs again. It's the same as the tracks table. However, what we can do is we can start searching for specific speeds. So we can say, what happens if we only look for slow? You'll see it puts it in a string in speech marks automatically. And then here now we have only other music which is quite slow, so which is quite chilled out. You just want to wind down, then you've got all this kind of music here. What happens then if you only want slow music which belongs to the alternative genre? So in here we would put slow, and on the same row we would put alternative here as well. There you go. So that is a query if you want to find alternative and slow music. Other things which you might want to search by then is you might actually want, say for example, urban music, which was created in the last 5 years. So if we put urban, and then we can say more than 2011, so that's a more than sign that we've used before in Python and in maths and also in Excel, so more than 2011. So you'll find that I'll only show music from 2012, 2013, 2014, 15 and 16. Now let's say for example you wanted to include 2011, we'd just do that, more than or equal to 2011 and urban music. Okay, the last thing you might want to do is if we take a look at our tracks table, you'll see that in some cases you've got several artists in a track. So for example, Nas is featured with Jadakiss here on this track, and you might want to find say for example Eminem might be featured with someone else on other tracks as well. So you might want to find all the tracks which say for example have Bruno Mars in them. So the way that we would do that is going back to our query in the design view. We can, I believe, add in what is called a wildcard. So in here under artist, if I put a star and then I put Bruno Mars, what that should do is it will just say like Bruno Mars, and I can put a star after it as well. So that means anything with Bruno Mars in the middle and anything before and afterwards. So the star just means any other character. It's what we called a wildcard. And if we view that, you'll see that I pick up now not only Bruno Mars' solo tracks, but ones where he's featured as well. So that might be quite useful. Lastly, you might want to find tracks with multiple artists. So let's say for example you want to find tracks with Bruno Mars here, and so you start adding in all your favorite artists. You want to find out tracks with Lady LaShaw in, so we're putting a star either side and you'll see that the light comes up. You want to find out tracks with Nas in, and you want to find out tracks with Gigs in as well. So if we have a look at that now, you'll see that although this track is 6-7 feet Gigs, it's featuring Gigs, it still comes up. And Nas here, although he's a featured artist, it still comes up as well. So that's a quick tutorial on how to use queries to filter out our data so that we only have the music which we want. You can do any kind of combination through that as well. So do have a play around and think about what kind of query you want to make based on what kind of music you want, and remember that you're switching between design view and datasheet view at the top here to go between these two windows. And that's it.